Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, this Deca Dence show, I wasn't so sure where it was gonna go with the main girl finding out about this man and what's going on with his whole entire view that he has, which I'm really glad they explained a lot of it very quickly, or fairly quickly. They kind of just needed an episode to talk about it. That's fine by me. It told us a lot about what's going on in the grand scheme of the people I was saying who, during the invasion, was pretty much just chilling in the sunshine, right? Like, they were just chilling, having a blast. Knowing that they were under attack, they still were pretty much looking at their rankings, checking out that type of stuff. But it makes more sense that these weird little animatronic looking things are the humans' avatars that allow them to gain, I'm guessing, more abilities to be able to use out on the fighting range. Um, we learned quickly that some people, if they do certain things to their avatar, or if they do certain things to their limiter and stuff like that, they can easily gain strength, speed, stamina, all that stuff for a ridiculous amount of time. And by doing so, you end up in a position where you're at risk of being found out. You're capable of being in a ridiculous amount of trouble if you're actually known to do this. And we see how quick it was that the people who were doing this were caught. And not only just the people who were doing it, but the people who actually taught the person of its existence, thus leading the whole entire team to be disbanded. This limit breaking is what they would consider a bug in the system, and by exploiting said bug, you're just doing what they expect, bugs and people who don't follow along and don't need to be around would do. So they absolutely destroy those people's avatars, and from what I understand, we haven't seen anything of them after that avatar is destroyed, almost as if that's their true bodies, or like they said, and when they're in the car driving out to fight the monsters, their avatar, right? So, but they said that there's something that can be done to your avatar that would physically affect you. So there is a way to attack just the avatar and actually do damage to the controller of said avatar. So take all that in. As we see now, all of them that were snitched on, 6ix9ine on, whatever you want to call it, they then end up being in a position. I wanted to grab those whole times. They end up being in a position where all of a sudden they had to make the choice to help snuff out more bugs, or just get snuffed out themselves and just be done with their, living here and stuff along those lines. So they chose the alternate of just being like, nah. One begged for something. I don't know what Mikey was begging about, but I know for a fact the guy who didn't want to tell him about it in the first place was one of the people that didn't want to help snuff out more people like that, so it's pretty obvious who was going to, kind of regret this decision, being the guy who kind of gave him the broad scheme of what happens once you break your limiter, and that he shouldn't go over 20% and stuff like that. He was trying to continuously justify using it, knowing that other players are using it, knowing that once they're raising up the ranks and you get closer to the players that are just breaking their limiters and doing whatever they want, you're not going to be able to surpass them unless you do that yourself, because of how much of an edge they were getting over them. Plus, I guess they have a really good way of hiding it from the system authorities, because we didn't see them get snuffed out instantly. So that's another thing to keep in mind, is just how quickly they found out about a guy who just had started doing it compared to people that were supposedly been doing it and had been, you know, top ranks because of it. So it's like, why not invest in people that are top ranks? You would probably find out a lot. Nah, we'll just take this guy out who's getting close to the top rank. So it's almost like maybe the person who is in the top has a good relationship and could get other people snuffed out compared to themselves. And I thought it was going to be Mikey, so he can get a quick little jump in the ranking and get rid of some people. You know, two birds, one stone type of deal. And it looks like it wasn't him. So it was somebody in there, or just a camera that was on the bus that they were riding to go to the monsters. So we'll see how all that plays out. I'm definitely interested in this show as a whole, but like I've been saying, I'm making this video at the very teetering end of my time. I need to go. So I apologize if I leave anything out, but that's where you guys come in, and I'd love to talk to you in the comments. If there's stuff I don't talk about, there's stuff that you want to talk about more in depth, I'm down to talk to the comments whenever I have a free time from work. In any video you name, I would not mind talking. That is my word. But I don't know how many people are going to see this. You know, this video isn't as popular as ReZero. I should have said it there. But regardless, thank you guys so much for the support. I'm going to be having some background noises, as you probably can hear, with my PlayStation and some people coming over with their kids and nephews and stuff like that. So it is what it is. We work under these conditions. It doesn't stop me from doing what I love, and that's the whole point of why I'm here, is to give you guys some content of my opinions, my raw opinions. Only watched it once. It's like a raw reaction, but at the same time, I like to break down stuff and think more in depth and try to see into the future. And in the future of this show, it looks like our main girl is dead somehow, and the system can't even read her. Like, the system finds her as just deceased, and yet somehow she's still here. It may have something to do with her arm, and maybe her father or something along those lines, or, you know, whoever was out there fighting. It could have been her mama and dad, for all I know. But somehow she's popping up in the system as deceased, and because of this, it seems relatively obvious that this is not only one reason for our main guy to act and to kind of break his following line, where he was actually allowing himself to, you know, allowing his avatar to slowly and surely die out. But the only reason why he's chosen not to is to figure out what kind of bug she is. Like, why was it that he was looking at her, trying to figure out, you know, all of her information face to face? It couldn't, and by searching her, he found out that she was passed away. So a lot of interesting stuff to do with that in itself, and he knows it just as much as we do, that if that is going on, and that is actually a thing, and she is right here making money, you know, fighting for her life, fighting for her goals and all this stuff. She's not just like fake or, you know, emotionless. That was a safe indication to tell us that there's something crazy going on behind the scenes, and I can't wait to see what it is. But with all that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with that being said, take care, and I'll talk to you in the comments of whatever video. I promise. Alright, peace. Oh, and I picked John Wick because he gave up fighting and all that just to be dragged back, and I'm thinking he's back. Well, let me get this round. I'm gonna win this round because this guy... Nope. I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Now this round's mine. Bunkai. How is he blocking all this? Beep. Oh, you saw it. I hit him while he was attacking. Over. Whoa, I hit him while... Hello? Yes.